Three.
And guys, don't forget, flag stream.
Rodriguez, and I am 11 years old.
So 11 years old. How did you got into this hobby?
My dad used to fly at this little field in West Palm Beach, Florida. Um, I saw my dad flying, and I always wanted to. I loved airplanes, and that's how I started with a little airplane and slowly leveled up.
If you guys don't know, he's sponsored. So at his own age, right now, he's a pilot that is sponsored. Normally, a sponsored pilot is someone that is really good flying his plane. So I want to bring all these young people like you know, 10 years old, 8 years, 12 years old. What you can tell them about this hobby, if it's good, why you like this hobby?
So, I loved airplanes ever since I was little, and I've loved it ever since. But I I feel like we should have more kids in this hobby. Like I don't see a lot of kids around, and I was thinking, oh, that more people should start getting into flying, and I feel like it would be fun.
All right, so we're motivating everyone. You know, this is a great hobby, guys. As you can see, he's at his young age right now. He's being sponsored. So tell me, who are your sponsors?
So I got GP Engines, I got FR Sky, Extreme Flight, and that's it.
All right, okay, that's good. That's it for now, right?
That's it for now. Yeah.
All right. So I want to bring his father too. He's right here, Mr. Rodriguez. Um, Mr. Rodriguez, so tell me about this. How you feel seeing your son flying this way, man?
I never would have thought that at the age of 1, he was sitting on a blanket, an airplane would come by, and he couldn't communicate clearly, so he would cringe and shake when an airplane would come by, and I'm like, wow, he looks like he's interested. Years passed by, and he would see me load up the trailer and go to the airfield, and he naturally showed interest. I put him in front of Flight Simulator, and of course, like any young pilot learning how to fly, it would be warm and crash, and the little reset button was set on and off numerous times until one day I come in and I hear the airplane flying continuously. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. I look over his shoulder and I realize that he's actually flying by himself. At the age of 4, I take him out to the airfield and I put him on a was it a Tundra?
Yes, it was
It was a Tundra. So we put him in a Tundra, and his first flight took off on a windy day and starts turning the airplane slowly and flips it upside down. And I'm like, are you okay? He goes, oh yeah, Dad, I got this. So he starts flying the airplane upside down, just like the simulator. So it goes to show you that those simulators do work. And from there, sky's the limit. He's just been taking leaps and bounds throughout the years, and I can't take away credit where credit is due. He's put in his time, he's put in his effort, he's learned the discipline of aviation, the dangers of aviation. So he's been following the structure in order to be properly successful. So I can't take away that from him. And he's put in the work and the effort to learn. He goes from he's homeschooled, so he gets off of homeschool and gets on the simulator and practices every day for at least an hour a day, and that's where he sharpens up his skills. I'm really, really proud of him because it's not just something that came naturally. He had to put some good effort behind it.
Yeah, from a father to a father, I know that phase. And when you're feeling proud of your son, and I'm proud of him too. Even though he's not part of the family, but he's part of he's a pilot, so he's part of family.
The aviation family, yes.
So I'm so happy of you and your son. Congratulations, really. The sky is the limit. Just keep going, moving forward. That's what he just told us. And let's keep moving forward. So a little bit, just quickly. So our radio. Let me see your radio. Tell me about your radio.
So this is the FR Sky X20 Pro AW. If I turn it on, you actually have all these different choices now. you got a trim switch, so you can set it up for like anything you want. So like a knife edge mix if you wanted to. These are sliders that now lock on this side, on the left side, and this came out, I saw, and this is a lock switch to turn off your turbine or turn it on. We could go in here. You could change to any type of airplane you want. I have it set to extra NG. You could go into here. You could see all your channels and outputs. Change your expo. So if I go like in here, I have one rate on. I can set all my rates if I wanted to.
Nice. So it looks complicated, but it's not, right? Because when you start,
it's very complicated at first.
Oh,
but,
yes?
but once you go through like tutorial videos, you'll get the hang of it. One of my friends from FR Sky, Jose, he helped me with a lot of things. He helped me with the switch that turns off and on my airplane. So now my plane's off.
Oh, nice.
And hit that. Now my plane's on.
All right, nice. So they show you the tricks of how to turn it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you can do that. So that's good. So this is your what's the name of this plane? What is the engine that it has?
This is the Extreme Flight Extra NG. If I open this up real quick. It has a quick release latch system. I'm using the R18 for my receiver. Right here, if you look down here, it's actually a thing between balsa wood and carbon fiber squished together. So, and now it makes this double times 2 the reinforcement just balsa wood would have. So it would hold up to all the G-forces that you'd have when you're flying.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And you said that your engine, you sponsor also by, the engine, right?
Yes, this is a GP 123 2-piston. It has 123 horsepower, cc's, and I would recommend it on this type of airplane.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you for the sponsors that has helped this little kid to become what he is right now. So you earned it, man. You really earned it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So have a great afternoon. Keep flying, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Beautiful flight. That was well done, well appreciated. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. That is
Really nicely done.
right. Yes.
You've been working hard today. You deserve a break.
Hey, fellow pilots. So we are here with another big guy here in this kind of industry. As you can see, his shirt and his hat. He's from Powerbox USA. So, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great.
How was this day?
It was awesome. We had good fair winds and nice constant headwind to fly into, so we're good.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about you. Tell me how you got into this hobby, and for all these new people trying to get into the hobby, how easy it is, what is the process, and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I got in when I was fairly young. I mean, I was just in college, but I had a local person who I met and just found out he knew RC airplanes, and I always wanted to get in, so he started teaching me to fly, and then pretty much from there just kind of took off running with it. I've been flying over 20 years, 25 years. Just work your way up from trainers to warbirds to jets. It's just a really fun hobby.
And we also have simulators, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I use the simulator some, but I was kind of before that was really a big thing. So I've got my 4-year-old son who he's starting on the simulator now. Hopefully he can be one of these little hot shots like we got Jax running around here.
Right. So as you know, he's a very knowledgeable pilot here in Jacksonville. He's been helping everyone here, and when they have Powerbox and every other plane. So I want to see something. He was flying this turbine jet.
hmm
So tell me about this. This is the big lead. This is not a trainer, right?
Right. This is a Pilot RC 1/5 scale F-16. It's powered by a 250 Newton turbine, and it's full of Powerbox gear, which I can pop the hatch here and take a peek. This flies with Powerbox competition, which is what we would usually recommend for something of this size.
So what turbine you said that this one has?
It's a P250.
So for people that doesn't know about this kind of, when you jump to the big step of turbines, so what do they run with? Is fuel? What kind of fuel is it?
I run kerosene. A lot of them. People run diesel or Jet A. Kerosene, in my experience, always runs cleaner. Having done maintenance on the engines before, I can tell you from the inside, usually kerosene. You can tell if they've been running Jet A or something, but when you open up a kerosene engine, it's really clean. So it burns fully and doesn't coke up like anything else.
Cool. So really, this is just like a real turbine in small scale, right?
Yeah, very similar. There's single stage turbine, but other than that, I mean, it's the same thing. You've got a compressor on the inlet and turbine wheel on the outlet. It's just kind of a bunch of magic happens in the middle, and you get thrust out the back end.
So, well, for the people that doesn't know you, what was your name again?
My name's Adam Strong, and I'm with Powerbox Americas.
There we go, Powerbox. I always representing here. Well, thank you so much for your time, and let's inspire all these people that want to come here and be a pilot also.
Awesome, thank you.
Bye.
Are you able to look up, or do you want me to get your sunglasses?
Sunglasses? You want Daddy's hat?
All right, my pilots, this is Andrew Griffin. He's one of the more knowledgeable pilots that we have here.
I don't know about all that, but
He flies turbines, he flies everything, gliders, you name it, ask for it and you name it. So, Andrew, tell me about the hobby. Tell me about how you got into this hobby, how long you've been here.
so when I was about 12, I got into building these model gliders at first because I couldn't afford anything with an engine. And that turned into a career in the Navy and naval aviation. And now that I'm out of the Navy, I'm back here playing with toy airplanes again.
All right, well, thank you for your service as always. So, you from the AMA, right?
Yes, I'm the District 5 Vice President, which is the Southeast, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, Puerto Rico, Louisiana, South Carolina.
Okay. So for the people that are just getting into this, what is AMA?
So the AMA is the Academy of Model Aeronautics. They're they do a couple of functions. Number one, they provide the liability insurance that we're required to have out here, which is $2 million. But also they advocate for us with the FAA when there's issues with the government. And like out here, we're in controlled airspace just a couple miles from the airport, but with the AMA's help, we can fly up to 1,200 feet.
Okay, that's great. So it's more like it's a regulating, but at the same time promoting this kind of hobby. Right?
Yeah, we do STEM scholarships, education programs. There's a museum in Muncie, Indiana, which is our national headquarters up in Muncie.
Okay. All right. So for the new people that are trying to get into this hobby, we just asking people when you started a hobby, things happen, sometimes they break, so there's not very expensive, right, when they are trainers.
The trainers are fairly inexpensive compared to, you get these big jets. Now you're into the many thousands of dollars, but a couple $100 you can get a cheap radio and a foam trainer and be out here, and then pretty soon you'll have one of these big composite jets because it's addicting.
Correct. I can talk about that too. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for
Oh, my
everything
pleasure.
that you do for the community. He's always there helping everyone. Also in Facebook, we all fly with Powerbox, so he's very knowledgeable not only for Powerbox for any other radio too. But thank you so much for everything you do, my friend, and thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Well, here is the president of RC Gateway Club.
Welcome to Gateway RC Club.
All right, so we just want to have an interview with all these people that, all my friends that we share the same hobby, right? And we just want to bring them to this hobby and let them know a little bit about you and how's everything.
Well, welcome to Gateway RC Club. We just had our first annual public air show. We put it on for the benefit of the spectators. Usually we do things that are for us pilots, and this one was a show just for the spectators. A normal day for us is all day flying, hanging out, eating food, having a good time with friends. This was a little bit more intense. We had an agenda, and we went through a variety of different kinds of aircraft and had a great time. We had 100 people come out, and that's our way of saying, thank you, Jacksonville. We need you, you need us. We're all happy here.
All right, so question, how long you been in this hobby?
I've been in the hobby for, I'm guessing, 20 years,
All right, that's good. So what got you into this hobby?
When my son was elementary age, we were discovering father-son things to do, and flying RC was a tremendous thing to do together. I recommend it highly for any child, male or female. Those elementary years are key, and this is a great way for kids to learn skills, but also social skills and how to interact with other adults and have a good time doing something that's fun. And sometimes it turns into a big deal, like Jaxon out there flying and traveling and representing extreme flight.
Yeah, so it's a good way for bonding then as a family.
Oh, absolutely. As a dad, you get double bonus points. So your wife is happy that you're taking the child and doing a joint activity. So it's double bonus points.
Well, Bill, thank you so much as always. Thank you for bringing great activities here in Jacksonville. We're well known here because of great people and our great president too that we have here.
Well, thank you very much. Gateway RC has been doing this since 1959, serving Jacksonville, and we hope to continue for another 60 years.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Bill. Take it. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see how some of your film turns out, because you are getting some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I will let you know. I know. I got your email, so
okay.
I can
Tell
send
me your
you.
name again.
Jose. It's Joey Padrino.
Oh yeah, you screw me up with that Joel stuff,
I remember. All right, so let me.
All right, so who?
All right, guys. So we have a great pilot here from Jacksonville, Florida. So what we want to ask you is, how did you got into this hobby? What is your experience with this hobby? What people should do and know about when they get into the hobby. I know you just made a great demo flight with a helicopter, but he flies also planes, and jets. So tell me about it.
I started flying when I was in high school, but this was around the late 90s, early 2000s. For me personally, I've always been into airplanes. I've always liked airplanes, actual real airplanes. So one day I just saw these model airplanes flying around, and I said, I want to do that. And that's how I got into it. The first airplanes that I had, I built myself, from wood and balsa kits, and I did that. So I first started flying airplanes, aerobatic, warbirds, but then because I loved RC so much, I got into different parts of it. First it was airplanes, then helicopters, now EDF jets. So I've been in the hobby for a long time. I enjoy it. It's fun. What I would say about RC is, if you're interested in this hobby, there's something for everybody. You got different types of models, aircraft, ground vehicles, even water vehicles. So there's something for everybody.
That's good. So what you can tell the people that are thinking about it, should they go for it? or not, or what is the downs and ups?
I think you should try it. If this interests you, give it a shot. Come to the local clubs, or even go online and do some research, but come to the local clubs here, talk to the members. Any of us here will be happy to talk to you, get you, introduced to the hobby, give you some point in the right direction. It's a fun hobby. It's very rewarding. Lots of great people, and as you see here, lots of great pilots. Most of them will be happy to help you, share their knowledge, and all of us, we just want you to enjoy it, have a good time.
All right, so for nuestros latinos amigos,
Dime.
¿qué le puedes decir a ellos para que se metan en este hobby?
Que vengan, igual que digo a todos, hablen con nosotros, vengan a visitar. Igual que para todos, este pasatiempo puede ser para todos, ¿no? Si quieren disfrutarlo, si les encantan los modelos, los aviones, todo, inténtenlo, ¿no? Y yo digo que lo van a disfrutar y vale la pena.
No importa cómo hables, del idioma que hables, de donde tú seas, aquí somos uno, somos una familia.
Eso es, todos somos uno. Y cualquier lenguaje que hablas, te ayudamos.
Bueno, muchas gracias, hermano, cuídese.
Igualmente.
Thank you for everyone. Bye. Here we got our president from the club, Mr. Bill, like always, having fun. There we go. So we got my man here.
Hey Joe, how you, bro?
So let's Empire. There we go. Grab the mic. Can I interview?
Absolutely.
All right. So listen, I want to inspire all the people that wants to get into this hobby. So what you can say, how they knew about the hobby, what got you interested?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been RCing since about 8 years old.
Okay.
My cousin bought me my first RC car,
Okay.
and since then it's been pretty much a done deal. What got me into planes was my wife decided to learn how to drive trucks.
Yeah.
So within that, she had to move to Missouri for a year.
Okay.
So I was home alone. So I just started browsing the internet one day, Tower Hobbies to the rescue, and I bought a simulator. Stayed on the simulator for 2 months, trying to learn how the controller worked and all the functions of the controller. Also on YouTube every single day, studying, reading. And 2 months later, I decided to buy Aero Scout. First day on the field, crashed it. The same day I crashed it, we went to Hurricane Hobbies on San Jose Boulevard in Jacksonville, Florida. Bought another one. I still have it. October will be 2 years for me, and in October, my goal is to be in turbines. And I can't be more happier than to be in this hobby. It's been a great opportunity, and you meet great people, you network, you travel, and you just have fun. I found peace, and ain't nothing like peace. And you meet people like Joe.
Well, I have seen him growing in this hobby. I know that he's very enthusiastic, and I'm happy that you are moving forward, man. You're going fast. And another question for the people that wants to get into the
Sure.
hobby. The good thing about those trainers is you said that unfortunately you had a mishap, right?
First day.
But it's not that expensive, right?
Who cares? It was like $150.
All right.
Yep. $150. Went right back to Hurricane Hobbies on San Jose Boulevard in Jacksonville. Bought another one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't get discouraged if you have an accident. Stick with it. You're going to crash. Embrace it. Learn from your mistake, and don't do it again.
Correct. Well, thank you so much for your time, man. I don't want to update this to YouTube, so people get more into this hobby, know a little bit more about this hobby. I know people has to bury this hobby because they think that this is gone, but it's not gone.
Definitely not gone. I'll be 50 in December, and like I said, it'll be 2 years for me in October. Definitely not gone. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely, bro.
All right. So we're here in Gateway RC Club. So if you can see, we have a great activity. So we're just looking around here. Got great pilots. Got helicopters. There we go. There we go. Here we go. We got
Alex Alvarez.
our people here.